Hey all, so these are some of the inner walls and that are being put up in the built beam as well. This has been quite a challenge, and one of the reasons why I didn't put up any videos, one of the reasons, after we got started putting up walls, is that this is a very slow process, and it just did not make sense to be churning out videos basically showing you the same thing. Putting up walls for one room looks no different from putting up walls from another room, and I just didn't want to put that up just for the sake of putting up a video. But anywho, you do see the brother there putting up some of the walls for this looks like the primary bathroom or the primary suite, whatever. But yeah, so that's where we are here. And again, I say this is a very long, slow process, and just took time doing it. And that was all the way in March of 2023, a whole full year ago, and it just continued on as the months went on in 2023, and so that's what I'm showing you here. There, of course, were other things happening on the project. That's our plumber there and whatnot, who also does other work, which is a very common thing, and but Raymond at this point is going through walking through the primary bathroom. That's what that is. And you can't really tell much of any different. That is the bathroom, like I said, but this is just a slow process. What it is, what it is. That's the way it is. You're building a house. You don't have a huge team, so you just have to hunker down and take your time and show some patience. So that's what we did, and that's why I'm coming back now to show you all where we currently are. So as I said, other things were happening whilst we were putting up walls. So one being running the electrical conduit so that we can get the house all nice and wired up for our power and all that jazz, and that's what's happening here. You can see that's the main portion of the house, and everything just running to from the room where it has all of our electrical and all that jazz, and going to every area of the house. It's amazing to me that these people even know how to do this. I'm like, well, it's like a foreign language, but I guess it is a language, so to speak. And I go on more walls and belt beams and whatnot being put up. So at this point, we're about to cast the remainder of the floor. Like I said earlier, parts of the house, rough casting of the floor had already been done. And now we are set to rough cast, that is, the floor for the remainder of the house.
And turn back.
I think this is actually the electrical room where everything will be stemming from, and that was the very last floor that was actually done in the house. Yeah, and so we got through that part. It is amazing to look back at these pictures at this point, knowing where we currently are, and see how far. Well, actually, that's a shower right there, but seeing how far we've actually come is quite amazing. Here we are doing rough casting of the inner walls, and so you have to, of course, you put the block up, then you have to manually rough cast, throwing concrete on the walls to rough it up in preparation for rendering of the walls and painting and all that jazz. But you can see how tedious this is. We're not even almost done. We're not even almost there yet at this point. And so it's like, gosh darn it. I mean, oh, this is taking a long time. But of course it is. Look how that has to be done. And unless you have a really, really large crew to work with, sorry about that finger there, it's going to take a long time to do. And even with a larger crew, I mean, considering how it has to be done, it's a it's a long, tedious process. So here, what we had to do is we wanted to do sort of a layout, a rough layout of the house. So this is Raymond just walking through from one end to the other end. So what I mean by layout is what you see there. This is the kitchen. So we needed to have a layout, an idea of, based on the measurements of everything that we had, how it would actually look in the house. And we didn't have that. You'll see in the end that it's not a terribly big house, so we were sort of limited on space. So we wanted to make sure, based on the sizes of everything, everything meaning our stove, our refrigerator, tables, what we were going to do for an island. We wanted to see how it would lay out at the house. Now, when Raymond designed the house, he actually laid out the furniture and whatnot on the on his blueprints, on his original drafts and whatnot. That's just a swimming pool there, and so we already had an idea of what it would look like on paper. But you kind of want to get an idea of what it's going to look like, how things are going to measure out in the actual house. We had to contend with things like the builders sort of getting the walls wrong, or the measurement of the walls wrong, not following the blueprint the way we had it. And so we had to contend with stuff like that. So it was actually a very, very good idea to do kind of a rough layout of what those items will look like in the actual house. So that's what you're looking at here.
This is the master bedroom from the outside. So let me walk into it. Like if I'm coming in from outside through the patio door, how I laid out the bed, roughly where the bed will be, where the bench at the end of the bed will be, and then also the dresser on the other side, from across from the bed, will be. So so I'm walking between the dresser, and the bench. Roughly, we have about 4 feet. So I'm now walking towards the bathroom. So you can see we have enough room. It's not too tight as I thought could possibly be, but yeah, but just looking at it, it's a king size bed with a bench at the end, and then the dresser. You could barely see the dresser charcoal because there's so much dirt on the floor. Uh, but yeah, you can see this. It's roughly about 4 feet between the bench and the dresser. So yeah, I think the room will be adequate. Yeah, so I think we should be fine as far as space is concerned. Okay. All right, so walking in the back door to the kitchen area over there. All right, so I marked out the living room area. So that's what we have. All right, so we have the sectional sofa. I guess we have two end tables at each end. The coffee table. That's a lounge chair, and then the entertainment system on the wall. So it seems like we have enough space. I got 2 feet between the sofa and the coffee table, uh, and then I think we should be okay. So if you sit there, you should have enough room. You can put your feet up on the coffee table if you like. All right, so the only issue, it's not a big issue. I guess when you're walking past this chair going into the bedroom, you might have to, it's enough room. It's enough room. Let me measure it out. And then also this door open into the bedroom is going to shift. It's going to shift over 3 or 4 inches over. So we have it's like, yeah, it's plenty of room. We got between the door and the chair, it's like 3.5 feet. And again, that's plenty of room to walk by and then go into the bedroom. And again, okay, that's the bedroom. All right, so that gives you an idea of how things should lay out when we get everything done. All right.